Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Let us take today's short story, interesting short story. The title of this short story is Bholi, which is written by K. Abbas, and his full name is Khaja Ahmad Abbas. He was born in 1914 and died in 1987. So Zamut Kunshat Sodasmas, Mamutos Kunshat Sachetasmas, popularly known as K. Abbas. In his short name, पूर्ण नाव was Khaja Ahmad Abbas, K.A. Abbas. He was born in Punjab in the home of celebrated Urdu poet Khaja Altaf Hussain Ali, a student of Mirza Ghalib, who was born in Punjab. Khaja Ahmad Abbas was born in Punjab in the home of celebrated Urdu poet, means famous Urdu poet, prominent Urdu poet, whose name is Khaja Altaf Hussain Ali, a student of Mirza Ghalib. Kim sun student was Mirza Ghalib sun kus yus famous poet kus was Khaja Altaf Hussain Ali tëth garas maz was zamut Khaja Ahmad Abbas. Khaja Ahmad Abbas was a well-known film director, means famous film director. He was famous film director too, novelist too, screenwriter too, and a journalist too in Urdu, Hindi, and English language. Journalist means a person who wrote for magazines and newspapers. He was the maker of important Hindi films like Saath Hindustani. These are the name of the movies, Indian movies. Seher Aur Sapna. And the screenwriter for the best of Raj Kapoor's films. Raj Kapoor was the hero of Bollywood films. Khaja Ahmad Abbas is considered one of the pioneers of Indian parallel or neorealistic cinema. He is considered one of the pioneers. There were so many pioneers of Indian parallel neorealistic, and he was one among them, having penned films like the films means Nichan Nagar, Jagte Raho, Dharti Ke Lal, Avara, Saath Hindustani, and Naya Sansar. These films were composed by Khaja Ahmad Abbas. He was awarded the Padma Shri in 1969. Padma Shri award मिला है मिस 1969 में. A prolific writer. Prolific writer से सुनाते मिस युस वारियान फील्डन मज़ास मिस स्किल आस तमिस से सुना prolific writer. युस नावल त्यास लेखा, short story त्यास लेखा. During his illustrious career spanning 5 decades, illustrious means successful career. How much time he spanned? 5 decades means 50 years. A decade go 10 wari. 5 decades ge 50 wari. Abbas wrote over 73 books in English. How many books he had written? 73 books in English, Hindi, and Urdu. 3 languages in Muslim. Kitab. English smajte, Hindi smajte, Urdu smajte. Abbas was considered as a prominent writer of Urdu short story. Prominent means famous writer. Kemuk Urdu short story. Go emshlesh short story kathmas Urdu smaj temo ko sema manne famous writer. His best known fictional works remain Inqilab, based on communal violence, which made him a household name in Indian literature. Famous household name like Inqilab. Many of his works were translated into many Indian and foreign languages. Variya yusim work karmus. So I translate karna Hindustan chen variyan zaban maz the foreign language maz. Foreign language maz yat maz I kem mulkish language Russian, German, Italian, French, and Arabic. Abbas interviewed several renowned personalities. K.S. Abbas imas kurmut interview variyan great personalities. Katmas in the field of literary fields maz, non-literary fields maz, including Timos Russian Prime Minister was now Khrushchev. Because American President interview was now Roosevelt. Was Charlie Chaplin, Ma Testang, Yuri Gagarin. His autobiography, I Am Not an Island, an experiment in autobiography, was published in 1977. You see, Bholi, a title that she was a simple village girl. And her name was Laika, but since her childhood, everyone had been calling her Bholi, the simpleton. Isliye now was Miss Laika Bholi. Magar bachpan pe is mana Bholi means matlab is simpleton. Simpleton means a person who is easily tricked by others, and she was tricked by others. That is why she had been called Bholi. She was the fourth daughter of Namardar Ramlal, When she was 10 months old, she had fallen off the cot on her head and perhaps it damaged her some part of her brain. And she was the fourth daughter of Namardar Ramlal. She was not the only daughter. أمس آسن صرف یہے کوٗر کہِ أمس آسہٕ ژور کورِ یہِ ٲس ژوٗرِم کوٗر. Namardar Ramlal means her father was Namardar. Namardar means the head of the village, revenue official. And when she was 10 months old, she had fallen off the cart. Cart is old fashioned bed. On her head, and perhaps it had damaged some part of her brain. That causes damage in her brain. That was why she remained a backward child. This is the reason that she remained a backward child and came to be known as Bholi. Bholi, the simpleton. At birth, the child was very fair and pretty. At birth, how Bholi looked, she was very fair and pretty. She looked beautiful. But when she was 2 years old, what happened to her? She had an attack of smallpox. Smallpox is chichik bemuri. Timkui go miss attack. Only the eyes were saved. But the entire body was permanently disfigured, means disfigured by the deep black poke marks. Dog like bitis. Tim said game sorry body disfigured. Little Sulika could not speak till she was 5. The another problem that she was suffering from, that she could not speak till she was 5. And when at last she learned to speak, she stammered. This means, stammered means distance, and we can say the pause while speaking, difficulty. The other children often made fun of her. She was laughed by other children and mimicked her. They mimicked her. They imitated her. As a result, she talked very little. That is why she talked very little. When she was laughed by the other children, when she was mimicked by the other children, this was the reason of that she did not talk much. So, stammering was the problem. Ramlal had 7 children, 3 sons and 4 daughters, and the youngest of them was Bholi. How many children Ramlal had? The total number of children were 7. 3 sons and 4 daughters. 3 niche, 4 koryasims Ramlal. The youngest of them was Bholi. Bholi. It was a prosperous farmer's household, and there was a plenty to eat and drink. And Namardar Ramlal's household, prosperous household means rich. He was rich, and there was plenty to eat and drink. Amtor Shasan, which Vishnamut is Namardar Garas Varia Kunchunut, Gasais Lu, Patistum Kama Chamatai. All the children except Bholi were healthy and strong. And except Bholi, they looked healthy and strong. The most Sehtmantita, the most strong physically. The Bholi was strong, Bholi was healthy. The sons had been sent to city to study in the schools and later in colleges. Yum niche simis tamai tum suzim Ramlal kut tum suzim shaharas mas parnakatar school mas the path college mas. This is a discrimination here. The girls were not taken as much care as the sons, and they had been sent to the city for higher education, but the girls were neglected. The most neglect discrimination of the daughters, rather the eldest. This was Bud Kurus Ramlalas. Her name was Radha, and she had already been married. The second daughter is Dim Kurus, whose name was Mangala, and her marriage had also been settled. That was done. Ramlal would think of the third daughter, whose name was Champa, who sochani trimi kori temis kar khandar. They were good looking, healthy girls. Tamar sare good looking means beautiful. They were beautiful and healthy. And it was not difficult to find bridegroom for them. Bridegroom is one of Maharajas. Good. Timin osna mushkilat tehnd kadar ke ye chhan kadar tehnd kadar malab tehnd timin ke easily khandar gist. But Ramlal was worried about Bholi. Magar pareshan us Bholi and kadar. Why? Because she had neither good looks nor intelligence. Neither she was beautiful nor intelligent. No zahin to no khubsurat. That is why Ramlal was worried. Bholi was 7 years old when Mangla was married. Imsat Mangla's khandar go to Sukecham Kur Miss Mangla. Mangla was his second daughter. The Tim Vaktas Bholi his Umar. So Satavirish Sat Mangla's khandar go. Saryakot Bud Kusis, Saryakot Buddhismus, the eldest Kusus, Radha, Tempa Duim, second daughter Sus, Mangla, Trimus, Champa, Surimus, Bholi. The Temvakt is Bholi is Umar, so Satvirishim Sat Manglas go Khandar, second daughter Susmis. The same year, a primary school for girls was opened in their village. That was Timbrot school. In this Agamasmus, Godnik Fir I. लड़किन हन खतर स्कूल खोलने इमेज इनाग्रेशन करके तहसीलदार आओ साव और इमेज ओपनिंग सेरेमनी करने खतर टू परफॉर्म इट्स ओपनिंग सेरेमनी फर्स्ट टाइम इन देयर विलेज एंड रामलाल वाज सेड एज ए रेवेन्यू ऑफिशियल एंड यू आर द रिप्रेजेंटेटिव ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट इन द विलेज हु नंबरदार रामलाल एंड ही हैज सेट एन एग्जाम्पल टू द विलेजर्स. Ramlal has to set an example to the villagers. How? By sending his daughters to school. This was the order of the Tahsildar for Ramlal. And that night when Ramlal consulted his wife, and what was her response? Ilim consult kar pane khandari im katar ke imis Tahsildar nun imis kya uskar imis as pani kori sozin school imis uskarun misal ke im gamas mas. Misal ge su ki imis buki te gasan impressed them to Sozan, Pani Queer School. Timson response goes in Suzanan, Timuska Pagal Gumut. Are you crazy? If girls go to school, who will marry them? This was the narrow mindedness. Conservative, Achana conservative mind. Okay, agar se Queer School, Timin said Kuskari Khander, who will marry them. But Ramlal had not the courage to disobey the Tahsildar. Ramlal Hakina inkar karit. Being a revenue official, he had not the courage, he had not the dare to disobey the Tahsildar. He would not dare. Who would not dare? Ramlal to disobey the Tahsildar. At last, his wife said, Patkya Vunim Skandari, I will tell you what to do, send Bholi to school. And this was the suggestion of his wife to send to Bholi to school. Bholi is also in school. As it is, there is a little chance of her getting married. And why they were ready to send only Bholi to school? Because there is a little chance of her getting married. There is come chances khandar gasne. Wajah kya was कि उसने खूबसूरत की. With her ugly face and lack of sense. ये उस इनमें आकुस में बिचार अगली फेस के बदसूरत से बिचूर तो भी उसमें lack of sense means गई इस simpletonness. Let the teachers at school worry about her. तो मुझे ऐसा ये पन ये unnecessary burden they want to shift to the teachers, that the teachers would worry about her at school. The next day Ramlal caught Bholi by the hand and said, come with me, I will take you to school. And whose hand was caught? Bholi's hand was caught by her father, Ramlal. And he was going to take her wire to school. And Bholi was frightened. Magar sugay khoob zat. Ilimis Ramlal was dama banimat school. Sugay gay khoob zat. She did not know what a school was like. She had no concept about the school. تٔمِس ٲس نہٕ سکوٗلُک پَتہٕے سکوٗل گوٚو کیٛاہ. She remembered how a few days ago their old cow, تٔمِس پیٚیہِ یاد سُہ پَنٕنۍ سُہ old cow Lakshmi had been turned out of the house and sold. یُس تِمو کٕنۍمٕژ ٲس سُہ گاو. تٔمۍ سُنٛدُے خیال آو تٔمِس ییٚمہِ ساتہٕ سُہ تٔمِس مول اوس دَپان ؤنِمُت سکوٗل. She shouted in terror, who? Bholi, and pulled her hand. یہِ ٲس أمِس ڈرٛسہٕ دِوان پنٛنِس مٲلِس ییٚمۍ أمِس چِرٕ اوس روٚٹمُت أمۍ سُنٛد بولی ہُنٛد اَتھٕ. What is the matter with you, fool? shouted Ramlal. راملال ووٚنُس ژےٚ کیٛاہ دٔلیٖل چھِ ژٕ کیٛازِ چھِکھ نہٕ مانان. I am only taking you to school. بہٕ چھُس سکوٗل پَکناوان or else. What will teachers and the other girls think of us when they see her? یِم ٹیٖچَر یِم اُستاد یِم بٔچی یِم کیٛاہ وَنَن اَسہِ ییٚتنَس ییٚلہِ تِم وٕچھن. New clothes had never been made for Bholi. دَپان وٕنیُک تام ٲسۍ نہٕ زٕہٕنۍ أمۍ سٕنٛدِ خٲطرٕ نٔے پَلو آمٕتۍ بَناونہٕ کَسنہٕ خٲطرٕ بولی خٲطرٕ. The old dresses of her sisters were passed on to her. أمِس دِکھ یِہِنٛدۍ پنٛنٮ۪ن بیٚنٮ۪ن ہٕنٛدۍ پرٛٲنۍ پَلو آیہِ أمِس دِنہٕ. No one cared to mend her, wash her clothes. نہ اوس أمِس کانٛہہ یِم شیران یِم پَلو رِپیر کَران مطلب تہٕ نہ اوسُس چھَلان بِچارِ کانٛہہ. بٹ ٹُڈے اِٹ میٖنٕز لوٚگ اَسہِ پَتہ ییٚتنَس شی had been completely neglected by her parents. Who? Bholi. But today she was lucky to receive a clean dress. مگر اَمہِ دۄہ اوس أمِس اَصٕل دۄہ قٕسمت وجہ سۭتۍ أمِس میلیو صاف ڈرٛٮ۪س which had been shrunk after many washings. تِم ٲسۍ ژھٔٹۍ گٔمٕتۍ and no longer fitted چمپا. تِم ٲسۍ چمپا سٕنٛدۍ پرٛٲنۍ پَلو. She was even bathed. تہٕ گۄڈنِکۍ پھِرِ اوس أمِس مطلب سرٛان تہِ آمُت کَرنہٕ and oil was rubbed. تیٖل اوس آمُت مَستَس مَتھنہٕ سُہ یُس أمِس میٹِڈ ہِیَر چھِ أسۍ وَنان اَنٹایڈی ہِیَر. گۄڈنِکۍ پھِرِ آو أمِس چھَلنہٕ پَتہٕ تیٖل ویٖل مَتھنہٕ. تہٕ اَمہِ سۭتۍ بولی لٔج پَتہ کہِ نہ مےٚ چھِ کَتھ تانۍ اَصٕل جاے نِوان گَرٕ کھۄتہٕ چھِ زیادٕ اَصٕل جاے. أمِس آو یہِ خیال. Only then did she begin to take better than her home. When they reached the school, the children were already in their classrooms. ییٚلہِ یِم سکوٗل وٲتۍ کُس بولی تہٕ بیٚیہِ تٔمۍ سُنٛد مول تَتہِ ٲسۍ برونٛٹھٕے تَتہِ بَچہِ. Ramlal handed over his daughter to the headmistress. Headmistress means head of the institution. تَتھ چھِ أسۍ وَنان headmistress. تہٕ تٔمسٕے کٔر أمۍ یہِ حوالہٕ. Left alone, the poor girl looked about her with fear-laden eyes. أمۍ سٕنٛز أچھَن منٛز اوس خوف کیٛازِ فٔسٹ ٹایم ٲس یہِ أمِس اوس نہٕ سکوٗل پَتہٕ سکوٗل کیٛاہ گوٚو. There were several rooms. اَتہِ ٲسۍ واریاہ کَمرٕ اَتھ سکوٗلَس. In each room girls like her scattered on mats. پرٛٮ۪تھ کُنہِ روٗمَس منٛز ٲس أمسٕے ہِش کورِ بِہِتھ تِمَن میٹَن پٮ۪ٹھ. Reading from books. تِم آسہٕ کِتاب پَران. Writing on slates. تِم آسہٕ سلیٹَن پٮ۪ٹھ لیکھان. The headmistress asked Bholi to sit down in a corner in one of the classrooms. تہٕ بولی ووٚن أمۍ headmistress کیٛاہ ووٚنُس دوٚپنَس بیٚیہِ ژٕ أکِس کارنَرَس کُن کوٗنَس کُن یَتھ روٗمَس منٛز یِمو منٛز روٗمو منٛز أکِس روٗمَس منٛز. But Bholi did not know what exactly a school was like. أمِس نہٕ پَتہٕ کہِ سکوٗلَس منٛز کیٛاہ چھُ کران. This was a new concept for Bholi, a school. یہِ اوس أمِس خٲطرٕ نوٚو concept. أمِس نہٕ پَتہٕ کہِ what happened there, what the students were doing there. But she was glad to find so many girls almost of her own age present there. مگر یہِ گٔے بَڑٕ خۄش وٕچھِتھ ییٚلہِ یِم وٕچھ پنٛنہِ عُمرِ ہِنٛدۍ یِم بٔچی اَتہِ. She hoped that one of these girls might become her friends. أمِس گٔے اُمید پٲدٕ کہِ یِمو منٛز بَنہِ مےٚ کانٛہہ سہیلی یِمو بٔچیو منٛز. The lady teacher who was in the class was saying something to the girls. یُس اَتھ لیڈی ٹیٖچَر ٲس سۄ ٲس کیٛاہ تام وَنان یِمَن بٔچیَن یِم اَتہِ کٕلاسَس منٛز آسہٕ. بٹ بولی could not understand nothing. مگر أمِس اوس نہٕ سَمجھے یِوان کینٛہہ. سُہ کیٛاہ ٲس what she was doing? She was looking at the pictures on the wall. سۄ ٲس وٕچھان اَتہِ آسہٕ تصویٖر لٔگِتھ. The pictures were hanging on the wall of the classrooms, in the classrooms. And she was looking at the pictures. یہِ ٲس وٕچھان یِمنٕے تصویٖرَس کُن. The colors fascinated her. یِم اَمِکۍ کَلٲرٕس ٲسۍ یِمَن تصویٖرَن ہٕنٛدۍ that attracted Bholi. Fascinated means attracted. The horse was brown just like the horse on which the Tahsildar had come to visit their village. اَتہِ ٲس اَتھ کٕلاس روٗمَس منٛز تِتھٕے پٲٹھۍ تٔمسٕے ہارٕ سٕنٛز تصویٖر سۄ ٲس باسان تیُتھُے یَتھ پٮ۪ٹھ سُہ تحصیٖلدار آیا یِہنٛدِس گامَس منٛز ییٚمۍ سُہ سکوٗل کھوجاو. The goat was black like the goat of their neighbor. goat چھِ أسۍ وَنان ژھاوجہِ. تہٕ دَپان یِژھٕے سَوٕج ٲس یُس یِمن ہمساین ٲس اَتہِ. The parrot was green like the parrot she had seen in the mango orchard. دَپان سُہ ہسا اوس تیُتھُے گریٖن یُس تٔمۍ وٕچھمُت اوس پنٛنِس اَتھ اَمبہٕ باغس منٛز سُہ پیرٹ. اینڈ the cow was just like their Lakshmi. سُہ گاو ٲس باسان تِژھٕے یُس یِہٕنٛز لَکشمی یِمن گرِ ٲس. اینڈ suddenly Bholi noticed the teacher. اچانک پیٚیہِ أمِس نظر پنٛنِس اُستادس کُن. Was standing by her. یُس أمِس نزدیٖک اوس کھڑا smiling at her. And who was smiling? The teacher was smiling at Bholi. It's a pleasant gesture. And this kind of gesture encouraged Bholi, inspired Bholi, smiling. What is your name, little one? Bo, bo, bo. She could stammer no further than that. أمِس ٲس گژھان stammering. فَفیر اوس أمِس گژھان. ییٚلہِ أمۍ پرُٛژھ ٹیٖچرن أمِس ژےٚ کیٛاہ چھُے ناو؟ أمۍ کِتھ پٲٹھۍ ووٚن bo, bo, bo. Then she began to cry and tears flowed from the eyes in a helpless flood. And dear students, she developed inferiority complex among the other girls in the school when she was having this kind of problem, stammering. تٔمِس اوس اوٚش وَسان سہلابٕکۍ پٲٹھۍ تہٕ کَلہٕ اوس أمِس بۄن کُن. She kept her head down and she sat in the corner, not daring to look at the girls. سۄ ٲس نہٕ جُرتھٕے کران ہیوٚر کُن یِمن کورٮ۪ن کُن وٕچھنَس یِم اَتہِ آسہٕ. Those girls who were in the classroom. She knew were still laughing at her. تہٕ تٔمِس اوس سۄ ٲس یِہٕے مطلب تٔمِس یِوان یہِ مطلب خیالَس منٛز کہِ یِم چھِ مےٚ پٮ۪ٹھ اَسان. Who? The girls. When the school bell rang, ییٚلہِ گھنٹی بجے, all the girls scurried out of the classroom. سارے لڑکی درٛاے کلاس روٗم منٛز. مگر but Bholi dared not to leave her corner. مگر یہِ چھُنہٕ جُرتھٕے کران تھوٚد وۄتھنَس. Her head still lowered. Means وٕنہِ تہِ اوس أمِس کَلہٕ بۄن کُن. She kept on sobbing. means گوٚو یُس یہِ أمِس گژھان چھُ سُہ پٲٹھۍ سُہ وَدان ٲس یِتھ پٲٹھۍ. کنٹِنیوٗسلی ٲس سۄ وَدان. Thank you.